Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Today we'll be discussing about the the history of the taxonomy. So, coming to the history of taxonomy, we'll be discussing about four scientists: Aristotle, Theophrastus, Carolus Linnaeus, and John Ray. Aristotle, he divided the living organisms into plants and animals. Sorry. Aristotle is known as the father of biology and zoology. He divided animals into two groups: animals with red blood cells and animals without red blood cells. He divided plants into herbs, shrubs, and trees. Next comes Theophrastus. Is known as the father of ancient plant taxonomy and zoology. He divided plants into herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. He proposed the terms annual, biennial, perennial, etc. So Aristotle and Theophrastus, both of them were the Greek political philosophers. Books written by Theophrastus were Historia Plantarum, Causes of Plant, and Inquiry into Plants. So the difference, what we find between Theophrastus and Aristotle is that Theophrastus divided plant into herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees, but Aristotle divided plants into herbs, shrubs, and trees. Next comes Carolus Linnaeus. He divided the living world into two groups, Animalia and Plantae, depending upon the factor whether there is the presence of cell wall or not. So animals were the group with cell wall and plants were the group without cell wall. But still there were few drawbacks. We'll discuss those things later on. Carolus Linnaeus is also known as the father of taxonomy, founder of binomial nomenclature and classification system. He has written many books like Philosophia Botanica, Hortus Uplandius, Species Plantarum, Genera Plantarum, and Systema Naturae. So, Species Plantarum was the book published in 1753, and Systema Naturae was the book published in 1758. It was the first edition published in August. Sorry, it was the 10th edition published in August. So, in the book Philosophia Botanica, we find the principles of nomenclature. In the book Species Plantarum, we find scientific names of plants. About 4,000 to 6,000 are still controversial. In the book Genera Plantarum, we find the detailed description of the plant kingdom. Likewise, in the book Systema Naturae, we find the scientific names of animals and detailed description of animal kingdom and outline of the classification of plant kingdom. The last scientist is John Ray, who used Latin language for naming the living creatures, but the demerit of his naming system was he used a descriptive way that described each and every parts of the plant, but it was quite tedious and boring. So this is all about the history of the taxonomy. In the next video we'll be discussing about the importance of taxonomy. Stay tuned with this video. Bye bye.